there, quilting friends. It's Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber, and today we're doing day 6 of the Mini Quilt Advent. We're halfway through. So excited. If you're new around here and you want to catch up, there's a link right here. If that link isn't clickable, go down to the description. I have all kinds of links to get you all caught up on what the Mini Quilt Advent is, and a link to buy it if there are any left, which I don't know at this point. Since I filmed these videos a little bit ahead to keep myself a little caught up, I can't tell you if there are any left at this point. There may not be, but if there are, check that description. Okay, friends, if you're joining along for the Mini Quilt Advent and you haven't opened your envelope yet, grab it out now so we can open it together. Let's get started. Okay, we're opening day 6. I got the good stickers. Okay, so here is, ta-da, our pattern. And again, we're taking off all of the, this is called masking, this paper on our templates. All these templates, by the way, are made in the USA. I have them cut by this fabulous company out of Wisconsin, and they cut them all for me. And then all the advent calendars were put together here at my house, where I run my business out of my home, with the help of my fabulous family. So my family absolutely helped putting these together. But here you go. We've taken the masking off. This is our day 6 template. And I love this one. This is a 2.5-inch square, and it will come in handy for so many things. This is going to be a template that you will grab over and over and over again throughout the year to do different projects. The 2.5-inch squares, that's the size of mini charms. So any mini charm pattern that you have, you can grab your 2.5-inch square and make your own mini charms to be able to make mini charm patterns. So I love this for that. And we're doing a simple 9-patch. Such a great block, so versatile. And this is such a fun scrappy block to make. So you can also grab this throughout the course of the year, cut your little 2.5-inch squares out of whatever scraps you have and turn them into 9-patch blocks, and then put those 9-patch blocks together at the end of the year to make a really scrappy quilt that represents all the projects that you've made this year. So such a versatile template. I know I haven't talked enough about all the other templates and different ways you can use them, but maybe I'll have to save that for like a follow-up video. I don't know if I'll have time for that, so I'm not committing to anything. Okay, let's look at what I did already. So this was the 9-patch that I've already made, and I love the contrast there. This time I haven't used this light pink yet, so I want to use this light pink, and I already did the ornaments. I did those. Maybe I'll do this one. Okay, we're gonna give this a shot. So I'm going to do the pink and this cityscape. Yes, that's what I want to do. So we're going to obviously fussy cut our cityscape. And the question is, do we want 4 or 5? I think I want to fussy cut these trees. That's the other great thing about 2.5-inch square is it's perfect for so many fabrics. So, okay, hold on. Do I want to fussy cut the trees or... Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to fussy cut this cute little car. Now, then, do I want to fussy cut multiple different cars? Do I want to do this one 4 times? Do I want to do this one 5 times? I'm just making decisions while I cut, which is really a lot of how I quilt already. Okay. I like this one with a tree on top too. Like that one with the gifts was cute. This one with the tree also super cute. So I've done the tree. Okay, how many different cars are there? there's 1, 2, the pink one makes 3. I think, well, I guess that one would make 4. And this is the same but in a different direction. This is the same but in a different direction. Okay, so I'm going to cut out 4 different cars. And I think I'm going to cut out something different for my center. Okay, that's 3. This is 4. So I have 4 different cars, and now I need to pick a center. Do I want this as my center? I don't feel like I've used this already. Or maybe I did. I did on block 1. Ooh, what about that shopping as the center? That's different. Yes, okay, I'm going to do the shopping as the center. Okay, that actually fits perfect in that 2.5 inch square. So that's what it's going to be. Now, if you are doing the fat quarter version of, like if you have fat quarters instead of half yard cuts, then you may not want to use your light pink here, because if you remember from the beginning, the light pink is what I'm using for sashing my quilt. So you can grab your dark pink instead. I just haven't used the light pink on this one yet, so I want to use it here. But use it for your sashing, or if you picked a different one for your sashing that you've set aside, that's also fine. But you want to make sure that you have a full fat quarter of some fabric, so you can go out and buy a different fabric if you wanted to use all of these in the quilt itself, but you need that full fat quarter to be able to sash your quilt. So I need 4 of these, so I'm just going to cut 2 and then cut another 2. Go. And then I'm going to lay out my pieces. So I decided that this little shopping vignette is going to be my center. Oh, these are going to be around. And then I'm just going to put, okay, this is funny, but I want my pinks to be on opposite corners. I don't want them to be next to each other or above each other. So, okay, and these 2 cars are going that way. That one's going that way. That one's going that way. I think that's fine. I'm okay with my cars, all of them going one way except for the one. That's okay. Okay, so now we are going to stitch them in the row, into rows, which means stitching these 2 together, these 2 together, these 2 together, and then adding this one on, and this one on, and that'll make my rows. And then I'm going to press towards the dark squares, which I think in this case is probably going to be my light pink, even though it's pretty light. And then stitch my rows together and press all my seams in one direction. This is such a simple block. Great for hectic day 6. So this Mini Quilt Advent is a new tradition for me. Last year was the first year that we did it. This is year 2. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you love this, if I should definitely do it again next year, what your thoughts are for doing it next year. Should I do something radically different? Do you like the traditional shapes? I have some ideas for next year. We'll see. Yes. Okay, so continuing on. And then I'd love to hear about what other holiday traditions you have. So for me, I do tons of baking around the holidays. I make hundreds and hundreds of cookies. Like, it's pretty unreal, the amount of cookies that I make around the holidays. And I gift those to teachers and neighbors and yeah, all kinds of folks. So baking is a huge holiday tradition for me. Okay, I'm going to make sure that these are all still correctly directional before I stitch on the last piece in the row. I love Christmas lights. There is just something about driving down my street and seeing all the houses lit up for Christmas. It's just, and I love laying in bed and seeing the twinkling of the lights outside from just laying cozy in bed. Yeah, I love Christmas lights. I don't put up the Christmas lights though, thankfully. My husband knows how much I love the Christmas lights, and he does that for me, so that's lovely. And then wrapping gifts. It's funny, you would think that I would be this really crafty, creative gift wrapper, but we had a cat for years who would eat all of the curling ribbon. So I got out of the habit of doing crafty, really creative gift wrapping, and I just wrap the gifts plain. I have the box bag template with for making gift bags this year, so fabric gift bags are the way to go, I think, now. Plus they're reusable. Okay, we're gonna press all of these and we're gonna press them towards the pink. And then Christmas letters. I love doing Christmas letters. So this one they got pressed in. This one they will get pressed out. My trick for that is pressing one of them out first while tucking the other underneath. And then grabbing the other one and pressing it out. And then this last one just gets pressed in. Okay, we've stitched our rows, and now we're stitching our rows together. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we're going to just nest these seams together. You can just feel them lock together, and that will give you beautiful crisp points. And I nest one seam, and then when I get past that one, then I go and I nest the next seam. So there's one. There we go. And I just need to add that other row. So now we can just press all of these in one direction. I'm actually just going to go press them out. I'm going to press both out. So instead of pressing them all in one direction, which yes, is what the pattern says, and yes, I wrote the pattern, and yes, those instructions are just fine, I'm just going to press them both out here. Now, if you're going to make a bunch of 9 patch blocks, the benefit to doing this way granted, this one is very directional, but you have seams pressed in and seams pressed out. So if you were to take this block and pivot it, you'd be able to nest these seams in with these seams if you had two identical blocks like this. So that's one benefit to doing it this way, is you have seams pressed in and then seams pressed out to be able to stitch your 9 patches together more easily if you had lots of 9 patches. But that's really it. So here is the block that I did before and the block we just did. You can see different fabrics give it a little different look, but still both really fun blocks. Friends, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up as well. Let me know in the comments how you're doing on these blocks. We're now halfway done with the Mini Quilt Advent. Take pictures of your blocks, share them on Instagram with hashtag Mini Quilt Advent 2022, Mini Quilt Advent 2022, and tag me. I'm at Craftmore, CRAFTMOORE on Instagram. And that's it for day 6's video. Friends, I will see you right here tomorrow morning. Bye for now.